Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Mister. Back again with another video. I know I haven't been posting recently. I'm back to the bad habits of not posting. But the reason why I haven't been posting is because, unfortunately, I'm back in college. I'm back in school, so I have not been able to record, post anything. So yeah, I'm gonna give a little hot take today on some of the recent CDL teams that have been announced, and one CDL team that is possibly rumored that I'm not 100% sure if it's rumored, if it's true or not. But we're gonna go off of what I have written here and that rumor roster that is to my monitor to my right. So if you ever see me in the middle of talking about the recent or the roster that is rumored, and I look this way to my right, is because I have it pulled up right here on my second monitor. And I have all the rosters right now written on a piece of paper. Don't mind my terrible handwriting. So yeah, I would talk about Optic, but the main thing is that the reason why I'm not going to talk about Optic today is this right here. As you can tell by the Optic stuff that is hanged up on my wall, the Optic logo that's here, the little brick wall thingy, the Scump one right here, you can barely see it, and obviously this bad boy here, and my hoodie that's still on the floor that I have not picked up yet because I am a lazy fuck. Also, you can't see off camera, but I got some sweatpants as well that are Optic green wall, obviously, and also I got a flag over here that I will may or may not show you. I don't know. Anyways, so I'm not gonna talk about Optic's roster, but I will just give you guys a heads up on what it is. It is gonna be Dashi, Shotzi, Kenny, Quavo, and Pred. That's all I'm gonna really talk about. Don't really want to go through the whole roster, dick ride them, I guess, whatever you want to say. So I'm not going to say anything other than that is the roster. And as an Optic fan, I'm just gonna say now I like it. That's all I'm gonna say, and we're gonna move on to the next topic. The next topic is Atlanta FaZe. Possibly one of the top 4 teams right now that could possibly be the scariest team. Right now it is Celium, Simp, Abizi, and Draza. The three main players on FaZe plus Draws. Man, what is there not to love about this team? They're going to be the best S&D team. There's no doubt about it. You cannot change my mind. This team is going to be one of the best S&D teams by far in the CDL. You cannot change my mind on this because, like I said, I mean, Draza puts in hard work for one, yes, but two, he also is one of the best S&D players that I know of to date. So obviously that's why I say that this team is going to be the best the best search and destroy team, excuse me, in the CDL right now. I don't think this team is going to be as good in hardpoint as people think they are. Yeah, Draza is good. Yeah, Sim BC is going to do their thing. I'm assuming Draza is going to be the hill kitten or whatever. But this year in the Modern Warfare 2 season, FaZe had the biggest problem of having Celium sit hill, which was not really the best call. They had Celium sit hill, Simp excuse me, not Celium. They had Simp or Beezy sit hill while the other one just ran around and do stuff. I think it was mainly Simp who was not the form that everyone thought he was going to be in this year. And that's why, because they didn't allow Simp that freedom to run around with a BZ like they did, such as in Cold War and in Vanguard, which kind of fucked them over a little bit. Overall, I like this team. I think this is going to be a team that if they win a major, you're like, I mean, you expect it. And if they don't win, you're kind of like, it's a little weird, but you had a feeling. It's a very scary team, very good team. Overall, I say this is a 9 out of 10 for a team. One of the best and scariest team. The only problem I have with it is that leadership role that they lost when they got rid of Slasher. That leadership role doesn't feel like it's there. I don't know if Draws is a leader or not. If Draws is a leader, he has that leader capacity. He can lead the team to be the best team in the CDL. I mean, I take back what I say about this team. This team is probably the best team in the game right now. But until I see Draza being that leadership role that FaZe obviously needs, then I don't think it's gonna happen. Unless Cell as well. Can't really put the blame on Draws. Cell as well. Cell probably could be the leader, but for that IGL, but who knows? Who really knows at this point? Next up on the list, another scary team because they recently won the World Championship. They won 2 majors and then the World Championship. NYSL, also known as the New York Subliners, getting rid of Priesta and adding Sip. I like this move. I think that this team is literally going to be a scary team. No matter what anyone says, no matter what anyone tells me, this team is scary. This is going to be the best team in the game other than FaZe and probably Optic. And obviously the next team that I'm going to mention later. This is going to be a top 4 teams are going to run this league this year. I'm calling it now. And if it does happen, it's going to surprise me. Just kidding. No, it's not. Sib, getting rid of Presto was, in my opinion, very fucked up. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard what really happened, but basically, Presto had talks about his contract, and in other words, he got hoed. Not my words. I swear it's not my words. Apparently, he got hoed, which means that he no longer, he got screwed basically. Pretty much in my words, he got screwed out of his contract. Basically got forced off NYSL after winning champs, which is very, very fucked up of NYSL to do that. So they get rid of Priesta, add in Sib. Beautiful team. I think they're also going to be a problem, especially with Hydra, Kismet, Skies, and obviously Sib. This team is also going to be a very scary team as well. I don't think there's anything else to really say after that other than they're just going to be a very scary team. There's a team that you cannot count out, like last year's NYSL as well, when people were saying that they should go ahead and make a roster change. They were fine without one, so yeah. All right, next up on the list, the team from up north, Toronto Ultra, the king of the north right now. Scrappy, Insight, Kleenex, and they got rid of Higsy and added Envoy. This team right here is another scary team. They pretty much have the same exact team, but they upgraded from Higsy to Envoy. This was the best move, and most people are saying at the end of the day, they are the ones that won Rostermania. It's really hard to say who really won Rostermania because there's a lot of teams that upgraded and some teams that downgraded as well, in my opinion. But overall, this team, I'm not really going to talk much about them because I don't really know what else to say other than Scrappy, Rookie of the Year. Literally like the biggest shit talker in the CDL right now. Love the energy, kid. Keep it up. Insight, obviously. If he goes back to MVP form, I think they could be the best team as well. Same thing with Kleenex. And then Envoy. All Envoy has to do is do his thing like he's been doing. And this team is going to be perfectly fine. This is probably going to be one of the best teams in the game. I promise you that. The top 4 teams right now that I'm calling right now is going to be Optic, FaZe, NYSL, and Ultra. Put them in any order you want. It's not really necessarily an order. That's the only top 4 teams that I can tell you now that are going to be the top heavy teams. no matter what happens. So I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen. If either one of these four teams are going to win a major, and that's pretty much about it. Other than that, I mean, that's all I got to really say about the whole top four teams and obviously Ultra. Next team we got up. I would just like to quickly say thank you to Florida Mutineers for being a part of the CDL. You are a pain in the ass as an Optic fan because you guys used to fuck us right in the ass. So I would like to say thank you for leaving this CDL. Just kidding, they didn't leave. They actually merged with Team Heretics, something like that. I'll probably whatever. This roster, I cannot really say if it's going to be a good roster or a bad roster because I'm very 50-50 on it. Because two of the people that I have, well, there's like 5 people on the roster, but these are like the 4 that I think is going to be playing. I'm not 100% sure, so do not quote me on this, and do not get mad at me if I am wrong on this. This is just an estimate guess because they have like 5 or 6 people on their roster. Like 2 of them are subs. Like, it's ridiculous. So, who I have now written down is going to be playing that I think of when I think is playing is Vickle, Lucky, Jern, and Eric Boom. 3 Challenger teams, 3 players from Challengers now in the CDL. Congratulations to, obviously, Lucky, Jern, Eric Boom, and the other 2 players that I don't have written down. Unfortunately, I'm sorry I don't have your names written down, and I cannot remember your names to save my life. But congratulations, y'all. You guys made it to CDL. You guys got your name out there. It's about time. Eric Boom, I watched this guy play in Challengers. He was like incredibly good. I watched this guy literally shit on kids left and right. He was one of the best, and I'm not even kidding, one of the best SMGs I saw at Vegas. When I vlogged Vegas, I didn't vlog him any of the Challengers team playing. I should have, but I didn't. But next time I will, hopefully. Not much to say other than Vickle, the only really CDL player that's coming back. They built a Spanish roster here, Spaniard team, whatever you want to say. Thoughts on this team? 50-50. I think this team has the ability to make top 5 and so on. Anything above top 5, I don't really think so. I think they might get top 5, top 6. Anything other than that, not really. Yeah. That's all I gotta really say about the new team. The new team also, by the way, I did not mention this. The new team is now the Miami Heretics. Love the new name, actually. So yeah, Miami, welcome to the CDL. Welcome, obviously, Lucky, Jern, and Eric Boone, and the other 2 players that I don't remember. I'll probably just put them down there as well to the team as well. Next up on the list, Boston Breach. Now, before I mention about Boston Breach, I'm going to tell you now, I like the roster, but at the same time, I don't like the decision that they made. I'm going to explain here in a second. Now, let me explain why I don't like their decision. They got rid of Cap. I meant, that's, anyways, just pretend I didn't say that. They got rid of Beans, one of the best AR players that they had on Boston Breach, and got rid of him, just threw him out the window, said, thank you for your time, you're fucking done out, you're done, you're out of here, get out of here, you're done, you're trash, you're bad, get out. They didn't say that, but still, I think it was a dumb idea, unless it was some, like, not, I can't say contract issues, but money issues, then I would completely understand that they could not sign Beans again to the contract that he possibly wanted, or whatever, but that's not the case. That's not what I've been told. So the roster for this year, going into this year, like I said, is going to be Crimp, Capsidal, Slasher and Priesta. I like this Slasher and I like the Priesta duo. The last time they played was back in 2019. They played for 100 Thieves back when they made that losers bracket run all the way to the grand finals, but unfortunately fell short to United. Yes, I know this because I did my research. Anyways, uh, um, I mean, I don't really know what to say. I'm happy Cap's finally back on Boston. The first time I ever met Cap, he was on Boston, so I'm happy he's back. There's nothing else really to say other than the roster's decent. I think they're probably just experimenting a bit with like different players, I guess. I don't know what's going on over there, but I think they're going to be a decent team. Again, just like the Miami Heretics, I think they're going to be like top five, top six. Next up on the list, Minnesota Rocker. They have Accuracy, Vivid, Awakening, and Lynx. I don't know who Lynx is. Also, don't mind my hair. My hair is terrible right now. I know. Lynx. It is Lynz. I don't know who that is. He's a Challengers player, obviously. I think this is a solid team. I don't really like the Vivid the move of picking up Vivid. But honestly, at the time the roster got announced, I think that they're like the second. They weren't the last roster to be announced, but they're like close enough to it on the list right now. But they were like the second to last at time of recording this, which is September 4th on a Monday. So hop off my ass. Just kidding. Anyways. Not much to say. I like Awakening. I think he's gonna be all right. Accuracy, never been a fan. No offense, Accuracy. Lamar. I don't like. Well, you know what? Actually, I lied. I do like the move. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I realize that this Accuracy move is actually a pretty good move, because Accuracy is actually a really good IGL. So he's gonna fit this team pretty well. Vivid and Awakening. Not a fan of Vivid. No offense, Reese. I think that's his name, Reese Vivid, something like that. Vivid. Never been a fan of you since you joined. What was it? Back in Cold War, you joined Dallas Empire. Wasn't a fan. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Links. Congratulations on joining the CDL. Welcome to the CDL as well. And I hope you have a good career in the CDL. And finally, for the last team that just recently announced their roster, is LA Thieves. After their whole entire roster just either up, left, it was literally their whole championship roster was gone. Drazo's had FaZe. Kenny's in Optic. Octane retired. What was the last one? Wait, who was the last one? Oh, Envoy is an Ultra. Sorry about that, Envoy. Dylan. After the whole entire roster left, they decided that they were going to do a rebuild year. They're starting from scratch. As the start, I like this roster. Before I read it out, I'm just going to say this is my favorite roster other than Optic's roster at the moment. We have Dan Moneyman Ghosty. He finally got a spot on a team, and hopefully they do better than what that Optic did to him. I'm praying that Thieves treat him better than Optic did, because he got hoed over on Optic. I'm an Optic fan, but I'm going to say no, I think we should keep Ghosty, but that's just me, like I said. Anyways, Cammy, not a fan. Not a fan of Cammy. No offense, Cammy. not really a fan. Afro, I like the way he is as a sub. I like it. I think Afro is gonna be good with his duo. Money Man Joe Deceives. Congrats, Joe, on the LAT's roster spot. I didn't think he was gonna actually get picked up after the whole LAG issue that happened. Um, but you know what? Round of applause for Joe Deceives, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Deceives. I love Joe Deceives. I love his playstyle. I love the way he is. I just love Joe Deceives. He's like my favorite SMG player, other than obviously Pred and Shotzi, and obviously Scum. But current players, other than those two, it is Joe Deceives. So anyone on not on Optic, it is Joe Deceives, Hydra, and Capsule. I like Capsule and Envoy, and that's pretty much about it for SMGs that I really like at the moment. Overall, this roster pretty strong. I think that the ARs are lacklustering a little bit. They don't really have a good really AR other than Dan Ghosty. So I'm gonna just leave it at that because I don't want to say anything else about this roster that's gonna make people upset. I love this roster. I think it's a really good roster, and I think it has a lot of potential to be one of the best rosters at the moment. Last but not least, the rumored roster, Seattle Surge. Oh my god, what the hell am I looking at? That's all I'm going to say. What the actual rat's ass am I looking at? So, their roster is apparently going to be Arcides, Illy, Hook, and Abuza. What the fuck? Who over there at Seattle Surge is cooking right now? If this is the actual roster, who the fuck is cooking right now? Because we need to let bro not be in the kitchen anymore. What the fuck is this roster? This is the dumpster fire of a roster. Arcides, who is only good at being an IGL, that's pretty much about it. No offense, Arcides. You are very good at BF4. Other than that, not really as good. Obviously, you're also good in Modern Warfare 2019. You guys just got hoed. You're a really good player though, Arceus. Love you, Arceus, but you weren't that good this year, so you got fucked over recently. Illy, if that thumb injury is still there, he's a problem. He's also an IGL, from what I remember. So if he gets injured, you guys are absolutely fucked. Hook, very inconsistent. He would be popping. He'll pop off one series, next series be gone. Very inconsistent player. I like Hook. I respect you, Kyler, but you are very inconsistent, and I feel like you could be a lot better than what you are. And finally, Abuza, who is apparently, I shit you not, when I say this, I shit you not, he is apparently supposed to be an AR player. He did the best of his career, from what I heard, as an AR player. Who the fuck is letting bro be on a sub? I'm assuming he's on a sub because Illy and Arcides are usually AR players. Unless they're moving Illy to a sub position, which still to this day, I still can't figure this shit out. But if this is the case and Illy is actually a part of the sub, you're fucked even harder because that Illy and Hook duo might be decent after a while, but this roster is a dumpster fire. This shit needs to be thrown in the fucking garbage can to never be seen again. This roster is shite. This is the worst roster in the CDL. This is worse than the Gorillas, than the Ravens. This shit is ass. This roster is terrible. Get this shit out of here. This roster should not be here. This shit's ass. After I just got done going on that rant about about the Surge on their dumpster fire of a roster, that is it for the rosters right now. We're still waiting for Legion, Las Vegas Legion to release their roster, and then the Ravens, and then obviously Surge. I want to see if their roster is true. If it is true, oh my god, this is about to be the best season ever. I get to watch as the Seattle Surge is not going to be that good. I promise you, this is going to be the worst team in CDL. They might win maybe 3 or 4 maps, 3 or 4 fucking games, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I promise you, this team is going to be bad. But other than that, I'm going back on this rant. That's it. This video is done. I'm done talking about the CDL teams as of right now. If there's any more CDL teams, I'll make an updated video on this. But an updated video, I just record this and then just post it. Whatever. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, whatever. I don't really care anymore. Yeah, I'm going to try to upload better soon once I get this college stuff figured out. Yeah. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video about me going on rants about recent CDL teams. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.